we cannot blame the child, huh? And we won't blame the parents. It's just a lack of understanding as to how this little girl came about being a diabetic.
So when my uncle was very young, he would sneak to the shop and buy everything sweet and stuff, and he got diabetes.
There you go. You see? That's an experience. So who wants to be a diabetic? No one. Because it's one of the worst disorders we have on the planet is not to be a diabetic. But guess what? Most of our Caribbean people are diabetics. A very, very high percentage of Jamaicans are diabetics. A huge percentage of our children are either borderline diabetic, meaning that you're hypoglycemic, getting ready to step over into becoming a full diabetic. Well, the reason why I say it's not a nice thing, because when you have diabetes, you see how she's biting on the tip of her nail and the skin on her nail? If she was hypoglycemic, first of all, if she rips the skin, it would not heal. It would turn into a sore. Are you getting me? So it's not a good thing to be tearing it through the area and vacuuming layers like that, because if you just happen to be a diabetic and not knowing it, because parents don't know all things, they should know everything about the child, but guess what? We, us parents, we are not that gifted to know all about the child. So, but we should be in tune with our children. But people are busy doing things, so they might miss certain things. So you don't want to take a chance and get a cut or a scratch. That's why you have to be careful, huh? And very, how you say that? Mindful, really, about how you play and get scratched and cut and so forth, because you can lose limbs. You don't want that, right?
No, sir.
All right. So, diabetes is really one of the things as we go along, every time I come, that I will be talking about, because I don't wish diabetes or even my worst enemy, much less you, that we're looking forward to put our left burden on you. So we have to see to it that you are prepared, and that's why you're here in the school, is to be prepared, huh? So that you don't end up with what we have. Because some of the disorders that I have, people think I'm the healthiest person on earth. I'm not. I am one of the most careful, in a way of speaking, because I don't like people sticking me with needles. Ouch. And I don't like anyone cutting me with a knife. Ouch, I'm not an animal. So I make sure that I safeguard myself and I don't eat up the junk that will make me sick. So I have to be forced to go to the doctor and then put in a hospital to be stopped every hour to draw blood. I don't want to do that. Okay? So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about cancer. How to prevent yourself from becoming full-blown cancer patient. Arthritis. Who knows about arthritis? Pain of the joint. Very good. Serious problem. But it comes from the same thing, ironically, as a diabetic. Or as a person who would develop cancer, so-called develop cancer. So we'll be talking about those things also. We'll be talking about obesity. The biggest problem in Jamaica other than diabetes, but they come together. We're going to talk about obesity because Jamaica heads the list per capita. We'll match any country with diabetes. We can match any country with obesity. And so with cancer. So we're going to do everything we can as educators to keep you from developing these things in the future. But how are we going to do it? We're not going to be just chatting. We're going to show you how to select food, how to prepare food, because not every mother can cook, and most mothers can't cook. So we're going to have a cooking show, myself and Marcia Griffiths. Who knows Marcia Griffiths? She's the singer. She used to sing with Bob Marley, one of the backup singers. Anyone knows a song that Marcia used to sing? The electric slide. Y'all know that dance?
No.
You don't know that? You don't know that electric slide? You know the electric slide?
No. If you watch my video, you should know that.
All right.